Acquiring customers is probably the most important part of growing a business, but lead generation does come with tons of manual repetitive tasks. Today, I'm super excited to announce the Apollo integration with Bardeen. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to take a spreadsheet with just names and turn it into a spreadsheet with all of the information on the leads with a shortcut. We're also going to enrich some company information right from Google Sheets, and I will show you how to add people to sequences with a shortcut. So if you do any type of sales prospecting or outreach, I have some amazing automations to show you. Let's go. If you're new to Bardeen, it's a browser extension that automates your manual work. So what makes it different from other apps like Zapier or May.com? Well, you can build automations by typing what you want done. For example, here I have a list of speakers that I want to reach out to. Let's go ahead and build this automation. I'm going to click on the Bardeen extension icon, scrape this list, hit generate, and there we have our automation. Let's go ahead and try running it. Grab people's first names, company data, and profile pictures. Just like this, click on run this. And there I have a spreadsheet with all of the data. Here's my use case. The Web Summit Startup Conference is coming up, and I want to reach out to all of the speakers that we've just scraped. By the way, I have a dedicated scraper tutorial that you can check out by clicking on the card over there. Now I want to do some research on the speakers, check out their social media profiles, and find their emails for my outreach. Let's go ahead and build an automation. By the way, the links to all of the automations you're going to see in this video are in the description, so you don't have to build them from scratch. Let's build this automation. It'll have three actions. We're going to pull data from a spreadsheet, we're going to enrich the data with Apollo, and then we're going to update that spreadsheet with the data. Let's open up Bardeen and click on Create to create a new automation. Click on Add Apollo and click on Connect. Go to this link to paste the API key. Make sure that you have the Set as Master key toggled on. I'm going to click on Create, and let's go ahead and copy it back to this window. Click on Submit. Just like this, Apollo has been integrated. Let's click on Get Contact Info. In order to give this action the information it needs, we need to pull the data from the spreadsheet. So I'm going to go ahead and add a new action and click on Sheets, get a table from a spreadsheet, Web Summit speakers. Let's click on Done. Now let's link the data coming from the spreadsheet to our Apollo action. For the full name, we're going to click on Insert, click on Action 1, and find that full name data. We also have the organization name and company and position. There's some data mixed up, but I think Apollo can handle it. Let's click on Done. So we're getting the data, then we're enriching the data, and now we need to put it back into our spreadsheet. So that's our third action. Update Google Sheet rows, Web Summit speakers, select our spreadsheet. This action needs to know which row to update, so I'm going to do the matching by the full name, and the value is also going to come the full name from over here. Here at the bottom, I can update fields that already exist, or I can use commands to add all of the data that comes from this second action that gets information about the leads. So here we have company data, for example, all fields. So all of the new information is going to be added as new columns. Let's click on Done, Done again. Let's give this automation name, find contact info from a Google Sheet. Click on Save. Now watch the magic happen. Here we have our original spreadsheet. We're going to open up Bardeen and click on this automation card. Okay, and that's our spreadsheet. Let's go ahead and check it out. Just like this, here we have all the data, the first names, people's titles, their LinkedIn profiles. We even have some phone numbers over here. And based on the information that we provided Apollo, it was able only to match about 20% of all of the leads that we had. Let's go ahead and sort the ones that we have over here. It found precisely 20 out of 100 contacts, which is already good enough for me. Now we can be doing our research by going to people's LinkedIn profiles, or we can send them an email directly. Now, what if we're starting from ground zero and only have the company domain? For example, here I am on Tesla.com, and I might want to look up their LinkedIn profiles, their employees, etc. Let's go ahead and build this automation. I'm going to click on the Bardeen extension icon, click on Create again, and the first action I want to add is to get the current page URL. And Bardeen is going to grab this information, and then we're going to add a new action with Apollo, and we're going to find Apollo organization information and provide the domain from the previous action, just like this. And that's it. That's all you need to do. Let's click on Done. and call it look up socials of the current website. Let's click on save, and let's run this playbook. Okay, and there we have their LinkedIn profile, we have the Twitter information and the Facebook page. Let's click on LinkedIn. That's how we can be doing our prospecting faster. So if I go to any website, I can just click on this Bardeen icon and run the automation and pull up this company's LinkedIn profile or their Twitter. Works like magic. But what if I want to keep track of all of the companies that I looked up? Let's add them into a spreadsheet. I'm going to type sheets new to create a new spreadsheet. Let's call it interesting companies. I'm going to leave it blank, open up Bardeen, and click on open in builder to customize this automation. And finally, we're going to add our third action that will add the information from Apollo into this spreadsheet. The action is called add rows to Google Sheet. And then let's find our interesting companies sheet, sheet number 1. And I'm going to use commands like we did before and feed all of the information coming from this Apollo action into the spreadsheet. Click on done. Okay. And now let's go to another website such as Web Summit, open up Bardeen, run this automation, and boom, just like this, the company was added to our spreadsheet. Here is all of the data. Finally, let's move on to outreach. The problem with Apollo native prospector, although it's extremely powerful, is that it's still pretty generalized. For example, it wouldn't know information about who the speakers are at the Web Summit, or for this use case that I'm going to show you, it wouldn't know the real estate agents that focus on, for example, foreclosures that I can source from this Zillow website. This way, if you do prospecting outside of Apollo because you have better buying signals, for example, or better targeting, you will still need to do tons of manual copy pasting. Let me show you how to use the power of Bardeen Scraper to enroll people to sequences automatically. Check this out. Let's go ahead and build our automation that will reach out to all of these folks. I'm going to click on the Bardeen icon, and the first action I'm going to add is going to be the scraper action that will get information from this currently open tab. And then the best thing about Bardeen is that it already comes with tons of pre-built automations so that you do not actually need to even build them from scratch yourselves. This automation is called Zillow Agent by Bardeen that I'm going to use, and I can specify every time. So there's this ask me every time argument. I'm going to ask how many agents to grab every time I run the automation. There might be hundreds or thousands. I obviously don't want to add all of them to my sequence right now. I'm going to click on done, and that's our first action. That's all it takes to scrape information from Zillow. Then we are going to feed this information to Apollo. So get contact info from Apollo. For the full name, for example, I'm going to click on insert and grab information that comes from the scraper. There are tons of different fields. For example, we have the name, their phone number. We also have the company name, which we're going to use over here with organization name, company over here. And unfortunately, we did not know the domain, which would have helped us to get just more data found. We have these two actions. We're scraping the data, we're enriching the data, and now we can add people to our sequences inside Apollo. So I'm going to click on new action. Let's add contacts to sequences. I already created 3 sequences in Apollo, and I have this demo sequence. By the way, you can go to Apollo natively and click on engage sequences, and here we have our 3 sequences. You can just create a new one. The specific one says found your Zillow profile, would love to connect. Cool. By the way, you can open up Bardeen from anywhere, from any tab in your browser. So let's go ahead and open Bardeen from here. And I'll need to specify which email to send the sequence from. Then I need to provide the contacts to reach out to, or the contacts to add to this sequence. That one comes from that second action. And that's pretty much it. That's all we need. Let's click on done. It's that easy, 3 actions. Let's click on done again. And I'm going to call this automation Zillow Agent Outreach in Apollo. Let's click on save. And that's it. That's our automation. If you remember, this scraper is going to work from the currently open tab. So make sure to navigate to this real estate agent page. Set up your search parameters. I have San Francisco, foreclosures, English. Let's open up Bardeen, run it from here. And here I'm asked that ask me every time variable, how many agents do I want to reach out to? I'm going to reach out to 20 people, just like this. And let's run the automation. So here we have it. Bardeen is scraping all of the data in the background. And here we have a list of people that were not found. But if we go to sequences right now, we see 11 people that we've just reached out to. How amazing is it? Wow. Real estate, real estate, real estate. This is incredible. And I can also go to their LinkedIn profiles, follow up, and do all of the outreach magic. If this is not cool, tell me what is. This is such a cool automation that we've just built together in just a few minutes, and no spreadsheet management, and I can run this automation for any other search with just one click. How awesome is that? Thanks for watching. Apollo is an absolute must-have for lead generation. And at Bardeen, we're constantly adding new features and use cases. So better subscribe to this channel not to miss them. And in the meanwhile, check out this video about 5 AI sales hacks that every salesperson should use. Click on the card over here. See you there.